In today's video, Hispanic migrants pay the price for jumping a black woman. Now, I don't know what this title is, but I seen O'Shea posted it and I was like, what the heck is this? T-Row.
Yeah, man, you see this right here? Don't play with this.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We was oppressed. That's why we're so angry.
Let's see.
I want my reparations.
On God.
By now, you probably heard about the incident that happened in Ridgewood, Queens, involving a college student by the name of Jada McPherson. She was returning home, I believe from work, and she was trying to park her car. And once she was trying to park her car, there was a parking spot that was available, but there was an immigrant Latino family, or one of the people there from that family, basically sitting inside of the parking spot with a trash can. So
what?
Basically, well, I'll let her explain.
I just work for the summer and I come here for the summer because I'm from New York. So usually I just rent out either an apartment or a room or something like that. So basically I was coming from work that day. That's why I was by myself. And I was supposed to go see my friend before. That's the crazy part. But I just wanted to go home and take a shower.
And so you live like over here, somewhere in the area?
Yeah, but I'm moving. The leasing agency that gave me the apartment, they seen the...
They saw the video?
Yeah. And they moved me, like just free and everything like that. So they just moved me.
So this parking spot where this black car is at, nobody was parked there?
No.
But it was just a trash can?
Yeah. And then...
Was it a trash can there prior to you trying to park there, or they put it there?
Basically, when I pulled up and then he seen me trying to park, he basically came, put the trash can behind me and sat there.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't run him over. I can't, so I came out and I tried to talk to him. I'm like, you can't sit there and hold a spot with a trash can.
Yeah, because it's not your
property. So basically, I just went around the block a couple times, came back, and then he just was enraged because I probably came back. That was a chance for him. Yes, that wasn't a woman. Everybody, and then the news posted
that was the mother and daughter, but that wasn't a daughter.
Mad. I was like, that is not.
I guess they were respecting the pronouns.
Yeah, but it's like he's biologically a man. He shouldn't be putting his hand on a woman, any woman.
So they basically tried to say, "Oh, you called him an immigrant first." He called you a mother. He said, "I'm not arguing with a transgender."
Yes. First I said I'm not
arguing with
a transgender because I don't fight. I'm not gonna fight a man. I'm like 130 pounds.
That's what I thought he said.
Fighting man. He was like 6 feet, like all the way right here, and they took like 3 men to get me down to the floor.
And she was honest as to what she said to them when this occurred.
I'm not gonna lie, I called her an immigrant, but she called me a slave and she called me...
So she's upset with these people basically because they don't want to relieve this parking spot, and she should be able to get it, but they're trying to hold their parking spot for somebody else. And so she's confronting them about it. And then, obviously if you go to TikTok or any other place, you can go and see the actual fight. All 3 of the people jump her, and she does mention that she was jumped by somebody who was a transgender, or who is a transgender rather, okay? And then shortly after that, people started talking online about it. I talked about it, and I saw some comments that were interesting. I don't want to go over them right now, but it came from certain black people in the communities. One side said, hey,
Matt,
this is wrong.
guy,
if it happened in
says,
Jamaica, Queens,
I got the package
it'd have been
again.
different. And
Yes, sir. You already know, brother. Is there a celebration on this shit?
The music should have just went off when you did that.
What? I wish I had the music, man.
What? We're gonna have to put that on now, man.
Definitely. But hey, bro, shout out to you, gang.
Yes, sir.
Real talk in a real way. Man, do you want to do the unboxing? Do you want to do the unboxing on the Discord when we closing out?
Obviously, you didn't see a whole lot of black men out there in the first place, so there was no way that really black men could have helped
that's
her.
lit.
The only black person, I believe, in that section of Queens that day was like a UPS driver. I don't know if he was black. But then on the other hand, you saw a lot of black men who was like, listen, these black women out here, they alone, they by themselves, like this is what they wanted and this is what they got to deal with. But then there was a group of black men who actually pulled up.
Because a black woman was assaulted. We are here today because a black woman was assaulted by 3 people here in this very spot. And only one person in this whole entire neighborhood did something about it. We find that to be highly problematic.
What?
We are talking directly to you cowards who jumped one 21-year-old woman. We here now. We here now. We here to represent our people, and we here to let you know that if you call a black person a and assault them, we will bring the entire zoo to your front door. Because this is what we are not having. We are not having. I don't care what neighborhood it is. I don't care where you from. You will not attack a black woman. You will not attack black people and get away with it. And get away with it.
Yeah.
Now the numbers is even. Come downstairs instead of recording us on your camera. Come downstairs. When people show up to address the issue, you want to apologize. But what I saw the other day was
I mean, why would they come down
on the ground?
Why would they come downstairs at this point? They scared. They terrified.
A 21-year-old woman was beat right here in this very spot. And I tell you, if it was a white woman, you wouldn't have let it happen like that. If it was a white woman, if it was a Jewish woman,
everything y'all did.
everybody in New York would be outside right now. Well, because it's a black woman, y'all think it's gonna slide. But we're not letting nothing slide. We don't need the whole New York out here. We got about 20, 30 warriors who will stand up for black people.
Now, these black men pulled up. They had the Marcus Garvey Pan-African flag, it appears, and the brothers was going in, right? The whole black community, a lot of the black community came up to confront those same people who then didn't want no smoke. And so then what I noticed, and shout out to brother George from Street Media TV, he gave me some clips. In the Latino community, some people were saying they were trying to get out of this whole situation.
Yo, I know I'm mad late to the story and even covering this shit, but I've saw the videos for the past couple of days, and I'm just listening to the commentary and stuff like that. Now, this woman, this lady right here, she posted a video, you know, saying that the people were Romanian and not Latino and not Hispanic or whatever. And I just want to say, you know, she did hit some points on this shit when she said if that shit wouldn't have happened in Jamaica, Queens. Now, I'm from Jamaica, Queens, born and raised in Jamaica, Queens, and they would have been on all 3 of their asses if this was Jamaica, Queens. It was definitely in Ridgewood. So, and I just want to say, I had a bus route. I used to drive for New York City Transit. I had a bus route in Ridgewood, Queens. Nothing but Latinos and Hispanics, man. Anyway, so yeah, so you're telling me basically a non-Spanish speaking person can learn Spanish, right? So in the heat of a moment, this non-speaking Spanish person that learned Spanish is gonna bust out in Spanish in the heat of a moment of an argument. No, ma'am, they're not. They're gonna speak English because that's their native language, right? Yeah. Now, a person that is a native speaking Spanish person, they're gonna bust out in Spanish.
So now you got people in the Latino community saying, well, those are Romanians. And the guy is arguing against that. The guy is saying, what do you mean Romanians? Like, who learns Spanish? And when you get upset, you start talking in Spanish. Like, if
That's
you get
a valid
upset,
point.
you start talking in your home native language. And this is the truth.
Facts.
Even with black people, we speak English. But if we start getting...
Bro, it's even the same with me. I don't speak patois on a regular basis, but when I get mad, it just comes out. You feel me? Like, it's not something I try to control. It just happens. Wherever you grow up and you experience that rage, that culture's version of rage, that's what you take inside of you. You know what I'm saying?
getting mad, whatever you from, that vernacular, Ebonic style, and it's different from coast to coast and where you from. especially
Facts.
dudes from like Cali, when we get mad, we talk very angry West Coast mad. You're gonna hear phrases that only we saying. Like, same thing from dudes from Detroit. You know, it's gonna be very cultural to where you from. You're not gonna be start getting mad, even if you know Spanish, speaking in Spanish, because obviously you don't speak that tongue and nobody else speaks Spanish there, so it doesn't make any sense. But I also want to address the black men on the last video that I made, and the argument like these black men are black women are by themselves. This is what they deserve. Some dudes was calling me a simp. I just want to say this, right? If you feel as a black man that you don't want to get involved, that's fine. And I even heard people saying, well, man, you living over there in Africa, and why you making this video about this? Bruh, if I was in America, it wouldn't matter. You don't know what I would do, okay? But I'm just talking about us as black men. If you had a daughter and she was coming home from school, right? And some dudes just jumped her, or family jumped her because she wanted to get into a parking spot, you would want somebody to help your daughter, okay? And sometimes we gotta think about that. I'm not saying that risking your life and all other kind of stuff or whatever, right? But obviously we can see from situations the woman is not in the wrong. It's different if this is a woman going around starting trouble. This woman is coming home from work, all right? This is a woman that goes to Pace University. She's a smart black woman. This is not no woman. She's not sexy redding it up. And a lot of times as black men, I get that a lot of black men got vitriol towards the black community at large, and certain vitriol towards certain sisters. Okay, I understand why you could be frustrated, okay? But then again, we don't want to fall into the whole box of like every situation is the same. You don't know if this lady was going around hating on black men or disrespecting black men or whatever. We haven't seen no evidence of that. It seems like to me, she's a young lady that is trying to get an education. She's interning, she's coming home from work. She wasn't coming home to go bounce it up on OnlyFans. She ain't got no gold teeth. This is a lady that we tell black people in the community you need to be like. In Pace University, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that a private school? So that ain't no cheap school, right? Pace is actually a pretty decent school. It's a private school. The tuition is $51,000 a year. So to get into Pace, I mean, obviously you got to be doing something. You can't just be an idiot going to Pace. So when we start talking about what kind of black women that we're going to stick up for or want to be protecting, like many of you black men would want your daughter to be like this lady. You would want your daughter to be going to school, not pregnant, going to work, getting an internship, trying to better her life. This is the kind of black woman that you want your daughter to become, or hopefully your daughter is becoming. Some dudes jump on her over a parking spot. If it's your daughter, if it's your mom who's working hard, if it's your auntie, all of a sudden now, if people start talking about your auntie like that or your daughter like that, because you know them, you're not gonna feel the same way. Let your daughter get jumped right now by some immigrants. Let your mama get jumped right now for some immigrants. And I can guarantee you're gonna be in the comment section hella mad when somebody calling your daughter a 304, oh, that's what she deserved. Your mom, that's what she deserved. You're not gonna like it. I've seen it so many times where people can easily comment on someone else's situation and then it happened to you, and it's your mom, it's your daughter, it's somebody that you love, and all of a sudden now your family member is getting that energy, and now you in the comments, oh, y'all some cowards. Y'all don't want to help her. Yeah, because now it's you. And we got to look at it like that. Sometimes I see, like if I'm in the States or if I'm somewhere else, I see an old lady doing something or whatever, I try to help them. Why? I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because if it's my mom, I'm going to want somebody to help my mama too. I wouldn't want nobody knocking my mom upside the head because somebody cut her in line and it was an immigrant. No, I would want somebody to stand up for my mom too, and I would thank you for that. Like we got to also understand that what we put out in the world is what we also get back. And every black person,
gang, I say this every video,
ain't the same. As black men, we get upset when people try to demonize us and judge us all to be the same. All you black men are this and like that. No, every black man ain't the same. And we're quick to get people straight if they start putting us all in the same bracket. You know what I mean? Like we're quick to do that. We will get you straight real quick as black men. And just because, like I said, a few black women did that, or some black women have done that, come on, man, like the world is bigger than those people that have said some stupid things to us before or whatever, man. Like let them be miserable. You know what I mean? Like, and the right thing is that even if you don't like the fact that these men did that for her, the reality is they'll now think twice about doing it to another black person. And it won't matter if she's Caribbean, if she's African or whatever. Like, that's a win for all black. Because if that is your daughter or your mother, people gonna think like, uh-oh, if I do that, let me get out this parking spot because these blacks don't come through. So let me make it easier. And that's what happens when you have some level of unity. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, exactly. They did the right thing. These guys did the right thing. Because now if it's your mom and it's in New York and she got a parking spot and she home and you can't help her, these Latinos may think twice about that, especially in Ridgewood. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea D. Jackson back out of the
Shout out to O'Shea, man.
Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you.
It's another good video by O'Shea. I mean, I really have not too much to say. The nigga knocked on my points, T-Row.
Honestly, man, I feel like this whole situation is not really about race. It's really about just people believing that they own everything, bro. If you ain't pay for this property, you don't own this fucking property. You own the fucking apartment that you rented. That's it. You don't own the street. You don't own the world. You ain't pay for this shit.
Facts.
So, hey man, we gotta just stop feeling like we entitled to everything as a people and just come together, bro, regardless of skin color or what.
All right, man, you already know y'all made it to the end of another video, man. You already know, man, we love y'all, we're grateful for y'all, man. We can't do none of this without y'all. Stay up to date with everything VG. If you want to, stay up to everything with VG by scanning this QR code. And we'll see y'all in the next one. We out.